I'm kind of nervous. I'm telling you all, I'm really very nervous because we have a problem with our chainsaw. And it's not normal for it to smoke. DIY massage chair.
Yes. Thank you, Jesus. It works.
Yep. I'm gonna make sure I'm pulling it here, and then I'm gonna run for my life.
Okay. We have to put a halt on our tiny shed to cabin project.
We focused so much on the inside of the cabin, we forgot about the environment.
That's correct.
These trees are going to fall over our cabin.
Yeah, we have 5 out of 7 that are dead.
If we cut them, there's no place for them to fall. We consulted some tree cutters. For these 5 trees, we're charging close to 1,000. Instead of cutting these trees next to our cabin, it will be safer for us to clear out an area and move this cabin. That space now will be where we're going to move this cabin to. We're going to be cutting more trees today. Maybe.
I'm trying to get close so you...
Okay. It's recording. Clean. Get off me. Alright. So the goal. Alright.
Hold on.
You get my gloss. Alright. Well, you know, we have been cutting trees, but at the same time we are remeasuring because now once we move this cabin
Right.
to this area here now, then our home site also gets pushed back a little bit. So Jock and I are just going to remeasure it from that one point to the other side, just for us to make sure that once we move this cabin, we know where it's going to be oriented.
Yeah, that's
because we don't want where it's, what do you call that? Catawampus?
Catawampus. Catawampus.
Catawampus.
Yeah, catawampus.
It will be catawampus.
Crooked.
We wanted
Yes.
it to be catty corner
Yes.
from each other.
That's right.
So that we're not seeing the back of the cabin from our house, but it will be more like a catty corner where it's going to be on one side and then the house on one side.
Yes.
Or we might move the cabin again in the future. We don't know. But
while we're here,
yeah, that we get this line for our house straightened out.
that's right.
Okay. Here you can see us measuring the area where we're going to put our future house. We have an idea of what we want to put there. So we measured and put pink lines to see if it would fit in this clearing. This side here, as you can see, I don't know if you guys can see the pink lines there. Jock and I mark where our future home's going to be placed. Years from now, here is our problem. This cabin has trees that are dying that are right next to it. Our initial thought was to put the cabin over that side, but when we mark the placement of our future home, it's going to be right next to it. It's way too close to the house. So Jock said,
why don't we just keep the cabin where it is?
And then start cutting all the trees that are dead and just do it gradually. We don't know how we're going to accomplish that today, but we're gonna try to cut as many as we can that is far from the cabin first, because we need to clear the front area and pull the trees that we cut to remove it away so that we have a clearer area where the other trees will fall. I'm going to start marking. The first thing that I see is going to be a problem is this tree right here, right there. The branches on top is too widespread that any tree that's gonna fall is gonna be caught by that. We want to remove that first, and then the next and the next until we get to the side of the cabin. So all of those trees right there gonna be cut. This one also, you can see there's that dead tree right there that's gonna fall also. So we're just gonna have to cut that. Our goal right now is to clear up enough space so there's breathing room. So when we start cutting the ones that are very near to the cabin, we're not nervous. Okay? So that's the goal. That's the goal. All right, I'm gonna start marking things here, okay?
I'm gonna tie off this first tree before I start cutting it.
let's walk through our plan first, because we're gonna drop them at different angles. This has to go.
Yeah.
This, and then you call it that direction. Then do it that way. When you cut those two, this is already done. You'll pull going that way. So those three at the back are now pull going this direction. Our biggest problem will be this one because of the widespread. We might still be able to, like, it will just drop here if we really are gonna be precise about it. But that one next to it is dead anyway, right there. So we might just remove that. So those three will be removed, those will be removed, and that will be removed. This one, keep this one.
Yeah.
This one, keep. And then all this are good.
Yes, ma'am.
Anything that's near the cabin we're removing, right?
Yes, babe. That's right.
I mark off several trees. One would be that dead one there. And then we're keeping this, keeping that. But then you see all the pink stuff right there. Also at the other side of the cabin. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's also going to be cut.
What I'm attempting to do is get my straps up high enough to where I can wrap them around the highest area I can get to on this tree. So when I start to cut it, I want to pull it down in the direction I want it to go.
And our direction would be to go that way. We need this space right here for this really tight area for these trees to be cut. We do have some materials, construction materials that are here. This is going to be a challenge, but hey, the cabin really is in a good spot. We just need to like really cut all the trees surrounding it. And you know what? That's also good fire buffer. You need to make sure that your house or cabin is far from trees. 30 feet would be a good fire buffer. So we'll see after we clear this out if we have 30 feet. Then that would be good. If not, we'll keep cutting, but right now we just want to cut all the trees that are directly next to it. I'm kind of nervous. I'm telling you all, I'm really very nervous because we have a problem with our chainsaw. Hopefully it was just something and it's not like any manufacturer issues. So we're going to use a smaller chainsaw right now. We'll see what happens. So, okay. First one to come down. I'm gonna buy that Forester. The one with the weight at the bottom. Tie this to the winch and I go right there at the very back, you know?
Yes.
That's what I'm gonna do. Once it falls, I'll run.
Okay.
Okay.
Getting loose, the blade is. It's not gonna cut it, baby. I gotta fix another tool.
What is it?
It's not strong enough to cut through that white oak. That's a hard tree. It's not strong enough pepper. It only went down to like a quarter of an inch. Let me work out the issue with this other one. We got to get it fixed.
I don't know how to do this. How do you do this? Ah. And is that normal for it to smoke? Okay. That's one. Yes? Huh? Okay, that was not a good saw. The Ryobi 18-inch saw, no bueno. I'm not sure what happened there, but it's not good. Jack is working on the Husqvarna because for some reason the chain would not move. We already tried to disengage the brake and it's still not doing it. So something is wrong. Jack was fixing this chainsaw. For whatever reason, the chain won't move. So what did you discover was the issue?
I discovered that the chain was not engaging the gear inside the motor. The motor was spinning fine, but you couldn't hear it spinning because it wasn't touching the chain at all.
So you had to like disassemble everything.
Disassemble everything. Make sure that the brake, the stop brake, that was not causing
The problem.
It wasn't. Because it's doing.
It wasn't the
doing what it should.
chain that was loose or anything. It was just not engaged on the
on the gear.
gear. So now, let's see. Moment of truth.
And my stop brake on.
Is that tight enough, that chain?
Thank you, Jesus. It worked.
Yep. Just need to like tighten it a little bit because it needs to have some give but not loose hanging. Or the moment it touches a tree, then it will lose.
jump off.
Yeah.
Gave it a quarter turn. And that's all it needed to get up there. So now let's tighten this back to keep the blade and the bar tight.
Yeah. All right.
Ready, baby?
Yeah, I am ready.
All right, let's go and cut down some trees.
Well, we have been working here all weekend, and so we discovered something that really
Magical.
Show them, baby.
Oh.
Show them.
Oh, yes.
Yes. You see that bar right there behind Jack?
It's in my lower back.
Come on, baby. Show them.
Ah.
Right there.
Ah.
Oh, you can see it.
Oh.
You have to get up. Okay, that bar right there. Jack's going to position his lower back right there and push himself, and I'm doing the same thing. Oh gosh, we need that. This is our DIY massage chair.
Yes. Yes.
Ooh,
Ooh,
feels good.
it feels good.
It stretch your back, huh?
Yes. Press right on that lower.
Ooh, discovered something new.
Yes.
Thanks, Coleman.
Thank you, Coleman.
All right, back to work. I'm gonna make sure I'm pulling it here. You start pushing it also my direction,
Yep.
and then I'm gonna run for my life.
Okay.
Okay, that's a good one.
All right, baby. Which tree, baby? Okay, let's do it.
The goal will be for Jack to tie that tree right there. Oh, where is it? Right there. And then I'm going to pull it with the winch and then pull it away. The reason we're doing a little bit of maneuvering there is because we have those building supplies that are there, our wood. We don't want to damage that. We don't know if it's going to be damaged, but we don't want to take the chance of it being damaged. So we're going to make sure that we're pulling it away from that pallet. Always something, but exciting.